wins, especially from our Seven Eagle, Academy members and our, Legion vet people, everything like that. So, um,
Yeah.
yeah, the starting is the most important thing, getting it going, because if you never get it going, you will always stay stuck. You will always stay
Yeah.
in the same position. So you definitely have to start.
All right. Well, it's two o'clock Eastern here, so I'm gonna go ahead and kick it off. Trevor, it's my pleasure to introduce dynamic leader and veteran leadership, Trevor Calais, founder of Let's Go Hustle, a dedicated veteran advocate and wealth building mentor. Trevor has built LGH into a powerhouse platform for veterans and entrepreneurs hungry for financial independence. Not only has he developed a highly effective mentorship system for credit, funding, and business, but Trevor and the LGH team have also helped dozens launch and scale successful Turo car rental businesses, empowering many to achieve real cash flow, power host status, and business growth with proven step-by-step strategies. Through his own experience building a fleet of over 30 cars and countless mentee success stories, Trevor's impact speaks for itself. Please join me in welcoming Trevor Calais and Let's Go Hustle.
How y'all doing, everybody? How y'all doing? Drop some fire emojis in the chat. Let's go today. I want to see some excitement. I want to see some engagement. Like I said, most of you have already probably heard me speak before. You've probably heard my presentation, been to my presentations, and you know how I am, right? I come on here and I will tell it like it is. I tell you transparency. Tell you the honest truth, right? And right now, you're a little bit more further within your journey, right? Of Seven Eagle, of getting closer to separating and things like that. Do me a favor. If you have already landed your dream job and you're going to be receiving your dream pay, please put a one in the chat. If you've already landed that job as of right now, like good to go, job is landed, job is secured, and you got the pay that you want, please put a one in the chat.
Not even one, Trevor.
Okay, see that, and that's what I want at this time at least. Okay. So, and that's one of the things that I like to get at, right? Now we're closer to transition. And when I spoke to you, sometimes it might have been 2 months ago, 3 months ago, 4 months ago. I don't know when exactly you came through my presentation, but then you get to right here to where we're Derek. How soon are they like going to be separating when they're in this? What is this, connections? How soon is the separate? I know it's closer, right? Compared to when I first speak to them, correct?
Correct. So typically these guys have anywhere from 30 to 120, maybe a little bit more, but typically 30 to 120 days before they're separated.
Okay, so and that kind of points out the picture of like we're going through this separation. You have to figure out what you're doing financially. I don't care what you say or what you think you're going to get out and separate and you're going to be good. Go ahead and think you're going to get out and separate with retirement and disability and be okay. There's something called inflation, and that's what I spoke highly about when I spoke to you guys. If you came to my you came and spoke to me the first time through my presentation, right? Inflation will kill you. It will crush your pockets. You think that your benefits and your retirement is going to be enough. You better open your eyes, because it's not, right? And I'm going to come here and I'm going to be transparent with you. I'm going to keep it honest with you, right? Even those of you, and we have this organization and we're lining up things for when we separate so that we can go have a job and we can start making this money on the 1st and the 15th. Once you separate from the military, all of this is going to change. There's no guaranteed paycheck on the 1st and the 15th anymore. You have to rely on that 9 to 5 job. You have to rely on hoping that they accept you for that job. And then you have to rely on them paying you what you're worth at that job. Do you feel, right? How many of you feel, that you deserve more than you have right now? Please put a one in the chat if you feel like you deserve more than what you have right now. Whether it has to do with money, income, lining up the job when you do get out, credit, funding, a business, whatever it may be. Do you see the difference, right? You all deserve more. You all feel like you deserve more whenever you separate. Why do we want to, wait last minute? Why do we want to separate and not have a plan in place? Why do we not want to have any type of structure in place, right? A lot of you, if you're still job searching as of right now, you're still trying to find a job, you're still trying to secure something, please put a 2 in the chat. If you're like, you're right now, you're on the fence of like, okay, I'm getting out, I need to figure something out. What is next? What job am I going to do? How much does it pay? Whatever. Or even if you think that you're going to separate and only be fine with retirement and disability, you can still put a 2 in the chat, right? Listen, you don't deserve you didn't serve the country just to struggle for the rest of your life. I'm trying to tell you that I've been in everybody in this chat's shoes, right? I have separated from the military. I've landed jobs that I thought were the dream jobs, and they weren't. They weren't what they were meant to be. The money was good, and then the time wasn't there. And sometimes the money wasn't there. You know what I mean? And that is a very horrible position to be in, especially after trading all that time to Uncle Sam, serving our country, being away from our families, paying the ultimate sacrifice, and then getting out and doing it again in the civilian world. Why would you want to do that? Why are you automatically already setting yourself up for failure? Now, I'm not saying failure as in like you're not going to be successful on the outside. I'm saying failure as in like you're building somebody else's legacy. As soon as you get out and you go punch a clock for somebody else, you're building their legacy. And if you put 2, you're still job searching, which means you still haven't found anything. And you may be 60 days out. You may be 30 days out. You may get out next week. But why are we not taking action and being proactive on opportunities that come to us, whether it was through Seven Eagle, through Indeed, through LinkedIn, or whatever it is? Why are we not taking action, right? We need to continue to take action if we want to better our current situation for us and our family. You're the only one that can control that. You're the only one that's in complete control of your actual family's destiny, right? And I want you to understand that you've earned these benefits, right? Literally, they owe you more. They owe you more. You're gonna get a VA disability. You're gonna get, we're gonna speak it into existence, right? Everybody's gonna get their increase, right? Everybody's gonna be able to get a retirement check of some sort, right? But you really you really deserve more. You've already built those foundations. You have the structure. You have the drive. Most of you already have the credit profiles to do these type of things that we do as entrepreneurs and that we continue to teach, right? And I want you guys to be able to take advantage of this. I've literally asked Tyler, I asked Jordy, could I come back and speak? Because I know how it is when I first speak to you guys and I first present. It might be a little bit overwhelming, like, because it's out of the ordinary. Like, oh, I have to get a job, right? We think we have to do those things. But I asked to come back and speak to you guys, even though I've spoke to you before, just to, one, answer any questions, clear up any type of noise that you may think you've heard, or that you may or may not know about the outside world, right? I'm here to clear all that up, answer all these questions, and give you another opportunity to be able to actually be something more than just a number outside of the military, being the normal group of people that separates and does the same exact thing, right? Last time we talked, many of you told me that you were ready to make more money, right? You wanted to make an additional 5 to 10K a month, right? You told me you wanted assets. You understood what assets were, right? And that they could bring more money. You didn't want to rely on a job or 9 to 5 in any of that stuff anymore. But I'm telling you now that most people wait, and waiting is the number one reason that they're going to stay stuck, right? Inflation is going to keep increasing no matter what. No matter what job you go get, right? You go secure that job. If inflation happens, you can't ask that job for a raise. You can't say, hey, milk is higher. Can I get another couple dollars on my check? You can't do that. You can't tell them to go look at all your accomplishments and accolades that you had when you served the military and ask for more money. It's not realistic. They will laugh at you, right? And you miss opportunities within the economy, right? These real estate properties that go up that you're able to grab. You're able to get these properties when you have the knowledge and you have the structure to do so. You have the LLCs in place to do so, the credit profile in place to do so. Now you can actually be able to beat inflation, beat the economy, because that's what you have to do. You have to pivot today. That's just how this life is. That's how it's set up, and it's only going to get worse unless you're playing offense. Stop playing defense, right? You have to put the ball in your hand. When inflation affects everybody else and everything, the market is shit, you buy stuff, you buy assets, you buy more stuff so that they can pay you, right? My rental properties back home, I raised my price this year. Why? Because everything else around me is going up. So I raised my price and there's a tenant in there paying me $3,500 a month, right? Mom, I only paid like 250,000 for that house. Pool, hot tub, everything. It's loaded. VA home loan, right? My mortgage is 1,400. Do the math. They pay me $3,500 a month, right? Yeah, just having bad credit, right? And the cost of having bad credit is keeping you back, right? It's keeping you behind. Not being able to leverage your benefits. Why are we one getting ready to separate, right? Or we're already separated or whatever it may be, and then we're getting our retirement and we're getting our VA benefits check and then we're giving it to the bill collectors, right? That's not a life to live. That's not freedom. That's not like you're literally transacting the money that you have earned, that you fought for, that you've served so much time for, and you're giving it to somebody else. No, you need to leverage your credit, people. Leverage your credit if it's good and go get assets. That was my whole presentation when you spoke to me before. We build you guys a Turo business that will create more cash flow. Most people that are separating from the military, unless they're super high ranked, right, are usually making about 5 to 10,000 a month on a, you know what I mean, some more, right? When it just comes to their base pay. But we literally build a business that will do the same exact thing so that transition is smoother. There's no struggling when you're getting out. You're not trying to figure it out. And you're damn sure not going to work for somebody else and punch a clock for somebody else, right? That there's so many opportunities that out here, right, that you're able to capitalize on and you're able to take advantage of if you just take action, you implement, you do these things, right? Ask yourself this, like, do you see where will you be 90 days from today? Say you spoke to me 90 days ago and say you signed up and say you became a student. There's students in here that I'm seeing in the chat. I'm seeing some names. They're already almost ready for funding. I actually see a name right now, and I was talking to him earlier in the Discord, not knowing he would be in this chat. And his LLCs are done. I just got word from the credit team that the sweep is getting finalized. His next step is funding and assets, right? Yours truly, Mr. Derek. I see his hand up. I'm gonna come to you. Mr. Derek came with us. I mean, he saw an opportunity, he capitalized on opportunity. We were getting results within the first week, right? The first 8 days, stuff was getting deleted. We were improving, right? We're making sure that whatever situation you're in is able to be fixed so that you can do this flawlessly. It's not a gamble. It's not a stock investment. You will get an ROI on anything that you invest within our business, right? You will have an ROI. Yes, we're a business. I'm not here to sell you something. I'm here to tell you what we do, how we build generational wealth for people, right? Not like the other internet gurus and people that talk about financial freedom and generational wealth. We literally have a system. We 3 phases. Increase your benefits so that you can leverage them more. Credit and capital is phase 2 because you can't do anything without good credit. You can't get assets. You can't do anything. So people that are out here selling you credit repair, but not telling you what to do with it, they're failing you. You're paying for debt consolidation, people, they're failing you. All that stuff is a scam, right? You need to have your credit fixed so that you can get assets and capital. So phase 2 is credit and capital, right? And then phase 3 is cash flowing assets. You have to have the whole system. You can't just get one. You have to have the whole system in order to actually be successful and make more money. You already have the tools to do so. We're not selling you anything that you don't already have. We're fixing it and we're building it and we're doing it our way so that we can make sure that you are successful, right? So in the next 90 days, where do you see yourself? Do you see if it's been 90 and you're in here and you put 2, you still haven't landed a job. You still haven't, but you have a family, I'm sure, right? So why are we playing with that gamble? Why are we not being more prepared? Listen, I was in the infantry. I was 8 years in the military. I got a couple tours to Kunar province, Afghanistan. I was a platoon sergeant. I got out. I was over somebody telling me what to do, right? Everybody has their own reasons on why they separate. I was over of someone being I didn't see myself being the president of the United States. So everybody was going to be a boss to me, right? I didn't like that. And then they were talking about DA photos, and I had hand tattoos. I had this when I joined the military. They're like, you got to get those removed. I was like, cool. So look for 7. I get them removed. Y'all are paying for it, right? Because I came in, I'm waived for them, right? They're like, no, you got to pay out of pocket. And I was like, it just became too much, right? So I had to separate. Um, so I speak to everybody, you know what I mean? Like as blunt as possible, as transparent as possible. I'm not here to sugarcoat. I'm not here to hide anything from you. I'll speak to everybody like you're a grunt. You're one of my battle buddies and we on the field, right? I mean, that's been able to help me be successful and go further in life. When people don't know business models or they've never been a part of it or they haven't done it and they say, oh, it's too good to be true, so it must be a scam. I get back in the comments, right? As a business owner, people like don't. I get back in the comments because you're not going to sit here and you're not going to troll me off of something that you just have limiting beliefs on because you've never done it, and you know what I mean, like that. I will get back, right? But in the next 90 days, like, where do you see yourself? Do you see yourself staying the same exact paycheck, the same exact stress, the same exact lack of options? Because you can actually change that. You take action, right? You leverage your benefits, you fix your credit, then you leverage your credit, you get access to capital, and then you go get assets. I'm living out here. I have clients that are living in this world, living in this opportunity that are outside of the military, right? Outside of that guaranteed stability, right? And it's tough. It's tough for everybody out here, right? Like business owner, it's tough for everybody. Every business owner has expenses that are expensive too, right? But if you don't have anything to go with that active income, if you don't have any assets or any type of passive income coming in, it's gonna be tough. I'm just being honest with you. It will be tough. It will be a struggle, and you're always gonna feel like, damn, it's check to check every time. It's not real financial freedom. You know, you understand what I'm saying? Like that's that's kind of how what we have goes, right? Um, we get so many objections. Everybody has the same objections. Oh, well, I'm going through this. There's not going to be enough time. You don't need the time. We build the system for you. It's a done for you system. We do everything for you every step of the way. That way, whenever you are ready to launch, you just go be a business owner. You just go and host your vehicles. You go host your real estate properties. You go host your Airbnbs. You go be a business owner. Everything is built for you. So the time thing is not, that's an excuse, right? Or another excuse that my credit is not good enough. Like that's phase 2. We make sure that the credit is good. We don't want to set you up for, I don't want to set you up for something that you got to pay and pay and pay and pay and pay. No, I want to set you up to where you can be free, right? I don't take percentages from your prop, nothing like that. You are a business owner. You are free. If you mess your credit up and you need repair again, okay, yeah, we'll do it. There'll be a cost in that. But as far as we give you the whole blueprint and we do it for you, right? Another thing is, oh, my credit's already good. Well, then why are you sitting on it? If it is good, why do you not have real estate properties? Why do you not have assets creating income? And why are you not leveraging it to go get business capital that doesn't attach to your personal? Now you can go gamble. You can go get 50,000 in the business name from chasing. I don't care. You can put it in stocks if you want. Do what you want with it. But you have a score, so leverage the score. Stop being scared. That's what the credit profile is for. It's not for to brag to your friends that you have an 800 score. It's to leverage to make more money. That's how the higher powers operate, right? And people are just scared to invest in anything. And I told you, if you remember from my presentation, I've been scared before every big opportunity that I've done. Every big investment I've done, I've been scared. Like first firefight, scared. You know what I mean? Like anytime if I don't do it anymore, but if I'm about to fight somebody, like fist fight somebody, adrenaline's pumping. I'm scared. I don't know how it's gonna turn out. I'm just gonna do what I do, right? But that's just a part of life. That's a part of it. Everything. That's how I'm not scared of roller coasters at all. But every time before I get on the roller coaster, I'm like, oh, adrenaline pumping. I'm scared. I never know what's gonna happen, right? So that's just you're already investing anyway, right? So don't be scared to invest because you're already investing in actually staying broke. You're investing already in the system that isn't set up for you to win. I do not know one person out there that has built wealth and got rich from working a job. Think about it. Ponder on that a second, right? Think of anybody that you know that's successful in life, family members, friends, people that you see on TV. They didn't get there from working a job. It's not possible. It's literally impossible. That's because the system was set up that way, right? So you're investing in that as of right now. That's what you're investing in. And I don't want anybody to have to live that. I don't want anybody to have to go through that, right? I don't want anybody to have to, go through those struggles, those trials and tribulations. Um, I respect it, Tim. I see it in the chat. I have to go to school. And obviously prayers, condolences to your daughter. Hopefully she was okay, right? But even while you're in school, some stuff can be built for you, right? You I don't. I always want people to go to school, right? But who do you know making $5,000 to $10,000 a month? I'm not talking about your GI bills and stuff like that. I know you get paid from that, but who do you know that's in college and school doing classes that's cash flowing $10,000 a month from vehicles, and you don't even have to worry about it being you don't have to worry about the vehicles. It's 95% passive. Sometimes it's 100% passive, right? You don't think I have 10,000 students. You don't think we don't have college students? Actually, somebody that I just brought on as on the sales team, he's a closer for me now. He's actually in college, but he's been one of our students. He's went through the whole process. I mean, he had young credit. We had to build his profile. We had to get everything in line for him to do that. And he's just been a very successful student. And now he's a part of the team. And he's in college. He actually likes the fact that he does this while he's in college because there's like no stress. Like the business runs. Imagine having your property across the street that somebody's living at, paying for every single day. And while you're in school, chilling, doing your work with your kids, hanging out, and you're just waking up every day and your bills are paid from a business that pays them. That is the lifestyle that you all deserve. That is the lifestyle that you all should be living. And I know how to get you there. I've ran multiple people through that, right? And I'll share some wins for you here in a second, and I'll answer questions while we're going, right? Derek, I do see your hand up, brother. Go ahead and shoot it.
Yeah, Trevor, my main question is we haven't talked about multiple streams of income, right? And I think that's really what we're at this point, what you're talking about as far as having the 5 to 10, right? Just passive, right? So when you're maneuvering and you're choosing your path, I think all of us need to understand that we need to get away from the mindset that we can live off of just a single family income, or a two income family type thing, right? Where we need to establish that passive, like you said. So I'm not trying to put you on blast, but like how many streams of income are you at, and how is that benefiting you to be able to maneuver the way you want to?
So we pull in I make over six figures every single month. Over six figures every single month. My expenses alone are around $60,000 a month. I have 40 vehicles that are all rented out, private or rent to own. That's the play that I go with the most. It's 100% automated. I don't touch any of the vehicles. So those 40 are my personal vehicles. So that's one stream. And then I have the Turo. I'm partnered and brokered with over 250 vehicles between all my partnerships that are on the Turo platform. So that's separate, right? Because these are mine. That's separate. I have real estate properties. So I have two properties back home in Shreveport, Louisiana. I have two Airbnb properties in Dallas, Texas. Also, I'm into it's really it's streaming. So I have a streaming platform as well. That pays me. That pays me. That's been paying me six figures for the past, I want to say about since 2019 I started it. So that one's really good because it's super. I don't even operate. My mother-in-law is the tech. I pay her to operate and run that whole thing, and we just provide the service. And then I also have, obviously ebooks online. I have my mentorship, which is the bread and butter. The foundation is like a lot of people that have this stuff, they don't share this stuff. They gatekeep this kind of stuff because they don't want you to be ahead of them. They don't want you to win with them. I want to help you because you're only going to bring me more business. This is what pays my family because I know I provide a result. I provide results to every single person that comes through, right? So if you add them up, I got about six streams of income. Oh, I forgot the VA. I got 100% disability, so I do have that as well. And my wife has like well, I wouldn't say it's passive, but she does create shirts and stuff like with her little Cricut machine, the little press and all that stuff's over here. So we do the shirts as well. So I mean, Jack of all trades, right? Like just trying to, I affiliate with a lot of people, like some people that come into my community, into my network, or, that actually become a student with me, that I actually have other affiliates within there. So I have an Amazon FBA guy. So my students, once we get them their credit fixed and we get them access to the funding, it's business funding. They use that for investing. So they go start Amazon FBA. So now they got their Turo business, they got their retirement, they got their disability, they got their Turo business, and now they got an Amazon shop. I also have Airbnb within the community as well, and stocks. Like I'm not talking about just options and crypto. I'm talking about like wealth stocks, stock investing, and options is a hit in there too. So we have all those. I have the affiliate opportunities within my community as well. So just like Derek is saying, it's not just about getting into a business if you're a first time business owner or you're scared of entrepreneurship or anything like that. It's literally the fact that this day and age, you need multiple streams of revenue. So if you count mine, I probably have about 7 or 8 streams of revenue all added up. And I mean, once I started touching 6 figures from the first one, I knew the job that I was working, I was already matching it. So I knew if I could just double down on that, I didn't have to worry about the job no more. The time is the most important thing, right? Like we we tend to not pay attention much to time. Time is a limited resource and you can never get it back. You only get one graduation with your children. You only get one daddy-daughter dance before they're too old to be doing that no more, right? You only get one wedding with your children. There's only one of everything, right? I get emotional, you know what I mean? But look, but that's true. So if you're not valuing that time to go and be with your loved ones, be with your family members, then what are we doing with our time, right? We're thinking and we're confused, and the thought is I don't have the time because I have to go to work. But that's not really the case. You can create the income that you would make, by supplementing what you would make from that 9 to 5. That way you can replace the 9 to 5, and now you're at home. Now you're with your children. Now you're starting to, like starting to really feel like the best you. I retired my wife 5 years ago. I haven't punched the clock in 5 years, and it's been the best thing I've ever done in my life. Even if slow months of business, like my expenses are super high. Maybe last month we only made 47,000. Like that's a bad month because my bills alone, my expenses are 60K. So it's like, what am I gonna do? I don't care about it. I just know I got to go harder next month. I've built these expenses, and I need to know how to capitalize and how to hustle to make sure that I can cover those expenses. But at the end of the day, I'm still home. I'm still with my family. We're strategizing together. We're creating these opportunities. I'm not like, depending on somebody else to be like, am I gonna make it? Like, I can't pay my bills. Can you give me a raise? Like, we don't do that, right? We create our own. And I think that's super. I think it's super valuable, and you should you should really value the fact of time. Time is something you can never get back. How bad is bad with credit fix, and what is a good credit for someone to start ASAP? We work with anybody, so I don't care if you come in here with a 400 and you're fighting a bankruptcy. We literally can clean anything on the report. Now, I'm not saying you're gonna have the fastest results if you're in that position, right? It's gonna take time because it goes off of your past credit habits, right? Like, I can't control what you've done in the past, but what I can do is make sure that we're going to provide you a result month after month, and we will cross that finish line for you. So it doesn't matter what's on the profile, anything can be fixed, right? And I want to make sure that, I want to make sure that obviously, Derek wrote in the chat, I went in with a hacked account. I went in with a hacked account and they completely cleaned it up, got rid of it. And it took them from a 575 to a 732 in 4 weeks. And like, we're not stopping. I don't care about the score. Derek can be at an 800, but if he can't get capital and assets, we're not complete, right? Because I could do that. That could be a win from him. Derek could be like, you know what? I invested. I won off my investment. It works. Da 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 da. But at the end of the day, I didn't fulfill what needs to be done for Derek. Derek is going to make more money. He's not going to depend. I'm not saying anything about Seven Eagle, right? But it creates more breathing room when you have assets paying for you, right? When you have business structure, when you have funding to go do what you want. You can take that 50K card. I don't care. You can go to Disney every month if you want. It's yours. Do what you want with it, right? But even in that situation, right, we're still not done. That's the type of business that I run. I don't run a business to come offer you a 9 to 5 job. I offer you a partnership, and I offer you something that can 100% change your life, because credit can keep you broke or it can make you rich. Um, so yep, any score can go through, and you guys can come off and ask questions. Any questions that you have, if you want to know what a properly structured credit profile looks like. If you want to anything that you have, I mean, come off of mute and ask it, because I definitely want to make sure that you have all the information needed.
Hey Trevor, I'm gonna say something real quick just because it popped into my mind about how you were talking about time, right?
Mhm.
I'm sure everyone in here has heard of Mark Cuban, right? Mark Cuban is a very big name,
Oh yeah.
kind of Shark Tank guy, all that stuff, lots of money, owns sports teams, all that stuff. He goes into Costco and buys toothpaste and toothbrushes for the entire year to save money. But this is the same guy that will leave his G6, G7, whatever plane he has, costing $175,000 an hour to keep running because he understands the value of his time. So where he can save money by spending less on toothpaste, that's what he's going to do. But in order for him to get from one place to the other as fast as possible to go change someone's life or whatever the case may be, he leaves his jet running. Okay. So gotta, like, Trevor's right about this. You only get one shot to do this as far as time, goes. So make sure that you guys are falling into the right spot. And Trevor's program is absolutely amazing. Like, I'll be honest with you, like, yeah, my score went to 732, and that's awesome. But like he said, we're not done yet, and we're going to continue working to make sure that I get fundable and funded, and we can move on to a partnership. Okay, so just make sure you guys understand that time is of the essence on this kind of stuff, and the sooner you get started, the better. There is no better situation or timing than right now to start making changes. It's not going to be, oh, I'll wait until this situation, because that situation may never happen. All right,
100,
so. Sorry, I don't want
100%.
to steal any of your thunder, Trevor, but I just
No,
wanted to say that.
nah, man, you're hitting it on the spot. Time is very valuable. A lot of people call, me or my family, they say we're bougie and stuff like that. No, it's not that, it's time. I want to continue to be a product to my environment. I want to continue to be a service to other people and change their life. Yes, I have Cook Unity. They bring us meals, so we don't have to worry about. I've taken cooking out of my wife's hands, like, not because she's a great cook. She loves to cook, but I want time, right? That's 2 hours out of your day. Meal prepping, cooking it, cleaning, boom, 2 hours. Now I bought 2 hours back. Laundry, we pay for a laundry service, right? That is another 2 or 3 hours back in time. Now I have time to come do these things and speak to you guys and go speak on stages and go to these events. I'm going to Alex Hermosil's event on December 10th and 11th. I'm going to client acquisition, and he's going to just better my business. He's going to help me scale it to a point to where I can actually sell it one day, right? But time is of the. We have cleaners, we have maids that come and clean our house. They came today as well. They come every 2 weeks, like, and it isn't just to be, oh, I'm on this status or I make this much money from the business or anything. It's only time, because if I'm spending my time doing that or my family's spending their time doing that, right? What I mean, what, how can I come speak to you guys? How can I continue to impact people? How can I build my business to where it's at today, right? So that I can even afford this kind of stuff, right? Um, and so, I mean, Derek hit it on the spot. I mean, time is very, very valuable. When you get into realms and you get into opportunities like this that can actually buy your time back, it will open up to your eyes to a whole new world, right? There's a reason why I'm here. I didn't I just asked, and it was like, yeah, come speak. Like, we would love it. I'm gonna share my screen and show you guys a couple wins, right? Because I'm not a person that likes to. You may already be in this community, right? But I'm not a person that likes to talk. Anybody can come on here and talk to you and tell you something or gas you up about something, right? But the results is what matters, right? Um, as Derek knows, there's people within the seven Eagle community that are leaderships that are a part of our program for a reason, right? Um, after Trevor, helped and his team helped get the profile together. He was connected with my funder, right? He had 2 Zoom calls only. We're not even done. We stack as much business funding as we can for you. Why do I want to send you in with only 50,000? You might be trying to look at a $90,000 investment that's going to make you 300,000 every month, whatever it is, right? 2 results, 2 meetings, right? Chase gave him 51K. We're partnered with all the lenders, right? So I'm partnered. I have business relationship managers, bank relationship managers at every bank, right? Every institution. Their one goal is to make sure that we provide you with a financial uplift, right? Because you need the financial backing no matter what. Even to separate and having it like, oh, damn, you know what I do? We might need a down payment on another house, or we might need, down payment on the cars or more furniture, or whatever it is, right? You got the capital and financial assistance to do so. 51K and 14,000 from Truist. Um, I mean, he's already almost up 70,000. He's not. Some of you are going to take jobs that don't even pay you 70,000 a year. You can get it in one day. This is his fleet. We shipped out his fleet, as he said right here. He got how many cars did he get? Maybe 5, 4. I don't know. I let my dealer connect do all that. He probably got about 4 or 5 cars. When you get 5 cars, you're gonna make $5,000 to $10,000 a month. The numbers don't lie, right? Men lie, women lie, but numbers do not lie. That's how the business works, and that's why we do it that way, right? Here's the Amazon FBA. He's just posting yellow results, right? They're already up 245,000 in the last 30 days, being an Amazon
Can you
seller.
talk about that a little bit, Trevor? I'm curious about what that is. What are you talking about, Amazon FBA?
So Amazon FBA, I'm gonna give you of what I know because I'm not the main source for that. It's my partner Aaron Oliveira. But Amazon FBA isn't like e-com or drop shipping. It is literally like a warehouse. You have product, you keep product in a warehouse, and the warehouse ships your product out. It's pretty. You're gonna have to be a business owner and hands-on in the beginning to like get everything organized, but once it's there, it's just like you going and ordering from Amazon. They're buying from Derek Welch's boom product, boom, and it's shipping it out. So you imagine having your own warehouse, basically. That's my understanding of FBA and how it works out for the clients. We've already had clients that have moved forward with him because they're like, damn, I know this first year is going to be building and it's going to be a lot of hands-on, but after that, I'm gonna be making 200, $100,000 a month. Yeah, you might only profit 20 grand. Like your product may charge you 80,000 and you might make 100, but you just made 20,000 to do nothing. You did nothing, right? You just kept product in there. That's what I want people to understand and realize. But I'll link you with them whenever we get to that point. Everybody, when they get funded, they usually go Amazon and real estate and then wealth investing. So it's kind of set up that way so you guys can have multiple streams of revenue. So you'll definitely get connected with them for sure.
When you say real estate, I'm assuming you're meaning like apartments or duplexes, quadplexes, houses, homes, cars, whatever.
Real estate, just not cars because Turo is that, but real estate meaning how, like you said, quadplexes, duplexes, houses, Airbnb, whatever it is, mainly just securing you the property. And then you decide if you want to long-term rent it or short-term rent it. And then there's loopholes to get it in short-term rent, even if you're using the VA home loan. Vehicles. Here's a fleet getting pushed out. Big news. Fleet is growing. She got about 5 or 6 cars. This is my vehicle dealer connect pushing out cars. I mean, it's just win after win after win. We don't sugarcoat, and I don't like to waste time. I like to make sure that people get what they got. Funding call for Tokes, just to let you guys know, Tokes is up at about 166,000 right now. No, I think about 138,000, but he has 3 more banks to go to. So he's probably going to finish out with about 200,000. He's a doctor. He's doing Turo. He wanted to grow his fleet. He needed more money. And I mean, he came to the right spot, right? So that's that. And then here's my text message thread. Oh, here it is right here. As a matter of fact, this is Tokes right here. 40,000 light stream to distribute in the banks. 8,000 Bank of America. This was 2,500 for Kenneth Stewart. 12K for Mr. Jason. We got another 5K for Jason. And then if I just go through here, there's just funding win after. This is my partner lenders, right? Russell Harrison, 51 and 14. That was the win you just seen. Corey Mueller, 9K here. Getting them, I think he got another 50K if I scroll down. Chase actually gave him 50. James Furman, 50K Chase. 14 with Chewis, 51 with Chase, 14 with Truist, like 8 with Wells. Like we're actually doing what we're saying we're doing. I'm not like, I know you see this stuff on social media. Everybody's a credit expert. Everybody's a funding expert. Everybody's a financial guru and does. Listen, I have a system. My system is to buy back your time. Let's get you some assets. Let's fix your credit. Let's go through all three phases. Let's increase your benefits. Let's get you credit and capital. Let's build your assets so that you can be financially free, actually free, right? Go ahead and ask some questions. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen and I'm going to come off of Mr. John. Go ahead, brother.
Hey, Trevor, thanks for coming back. I sat through your foundations class, and I've made contact with Jared, your Turo guy. I just have a question. I noticed that you mentioned you are in Turo, Amazon real estate, and wealth investments. What kind of wealth investments are you involved in?
Okay, so I'm not in the Amazon yet, because I'm that's really it's gonna take a lot of my time for me to. I'm really focused on this. But as far as wealth investing, I can actually pull it up while we're on the call. I buy a lot of growth stocks. I don't do a lot of options. I let my buddy do the options. I just send him the money and I say trade whatever. I trust him like that. I'm like, whatever you trade, trade. Because if you're gonna lose your money, and that's how he does it too. If you come to any of our Saturday calls with our pips and the profits guy, I mean, he trades live. I just copy him. You know what I mean? If he loses, I lose. You know, but he's not gonna do anything wrong. So let me get into this and I'll show you exactly what we have in the portfolio. I have CrowdStrike Holdings. I have Hims, which is the obviously the hair, the medical, you know, the cosmetology. I have New NU. Obviously, I have Nvidia. Everybody should have Nvidia. I have Palantir. I have obviously the VT, which is the Vanguard. It's obviously it's more like a bond. Um,
Is that VTI?
Say again.
Is that VTI or just VT?
Just VT.
Okay.
Um, I have AIC3, which is there. That's the only really AI one you can get on Fidelity besides Nvidia. I got BBAI. I got FXAIX. I got GEO. I got QBTS. And if you ask me in my community again, I'll drop this list for you. I know you're taking notes, but other people may be wanting it back, get it back. I got QSI, which is quant. I got RGTI. I have SoFi, SOFI, like the bank, right? Um, you don't want to get this one. It wasn't. No, you can get OKLO, Oklo. You can get that one.
Okay. Are you into crypto at all?
I am into crypto. I am.
Okay.
I'll give you those two, but I'll give you those on another one. And of course, I have the major ones like Apple, Google, Microsoft. I got Sound. I got a bunch, man. Because I've been able to have the opportunity to do that. That's the only reason why I even got into this, right? Because I had the availability, I had the extra funds, I had the time, I had the, I had the availability to actually even move forward. I wasn't thinking about investing in stocks and stuff when I was set. Like I was separate. I was trying to figure out where I'm gonna work and how I'm gonna provide for my family. So this is open the door for that. But if you are in my community, let me drop my community. Let me drop my group in here. That way you guys can get in there.
The school community, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm in that. But yeah, for others, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Let me.
You just reinvest your dividends and just let it grow.
Every time like I have just a good month, whatever it may be, it could be a good month. I mean, I'm just only investing profits from this business. Obviously, I pay out staff and everything like that, but anytime I have extra money, I'm just buying more stocks because I have it.
For sure. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir, for sure. Let me go ahead and get you this link. I'm dropping the link inside of the chat. This will be the school community. You'll get a 7-day free trial. If you didn't join it when I spoke it, whatever the other one called Foundations. If you didn't get it when I joined, I dropped it at Foundations. I'm sorry, but you will at least be able to get in here, watch some videos, start implementing some stuff, and you get a 7-day free trial. Feel free to cancel if you want. But I did give that opportunity already. I'm a man of my word. I have a business to run. Yes, sir. Mr. Chris, go ahead, my brother.
Hey, Trevor, welcome back. Quick question for you. It just made me think when you're talking and talking about the hustle. Are you
Mhm.
guys at all looking at micro financing, whereas you taking people's money to finance, like house credit for those people that want to build those, those Turo businesses or that sort of thing, or is it just too heavily regulated of a market and business? Over.
Meaning like I take your investment money and put it into the business, and then and
Other business, like people are wanting to stand up, like trying to build that business, and maybe
Mhm.
they don't have the greatest credit, so they can only get $5,000 from Wells Fargo, whereas taking other investors' monies to be able to microfinance those, small businesses, that sort of thing. That was
Mhm.
just made me think about it. If you guys even considered it.
Well, I kind of know what you're talking about, but within our students, like especially like if you're saying like if they don't have the capital to do it, when we do structure the profile, we structure that profile to get the highest limits. That way, they're not only getting five, they're getting 50s, they're getting 20s, they're getting hundreds and stuff like that. So they're still gonna be able to have their own capital to go operate and do whatever they want within Turo or whatever business it is. So I don't really, if you're like outside investments to help clients out type,
Yeah.
yeah, we don't really, we've never even really got into that realm because I have already the banking connections of like if they need trade lines to have fatter profiles, we add trade lines to their profile.
So
The
I'm just thinking because you're data driven, you got these bar graphs of how much cash flow people are bringing in, that sort of thing. I mean, you got
Yeah.
data to push the trust of somebody. It's art, maybe not somebody just start off, but maybe they want to go round two of funding. So
Mm.
it's a trusted system. The guy, they're into the hustle. They're hungry to make the money. And so I was just thinking, but all right, cool,
I
thanks.
mean, we might gotta talk offline because if you're asking because you have an idea, so you,
Yeah,
you I definitely want to hear more about it. We haven't there's nothing outside of that of basically what I only can provide you what I know, what I've known or what I've done personally because I already know the risks and I already know how the results are. So anything new, I try to go learn it, do it myself a couple times because I can afford to take the L. Having people like you guys or my audience on social media, I don't want them to take a L. That's going to be a bad face. My face cards on it, and it's like, damn, I should have. So I like to go through it first, and then I'm like, okay, boom, now it's
yeah.
vetted, and I
You
can
know the system and how it works, and you can
exactly.
build the business. Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
Cool.
So if you got some ideas, I mean, definitely get with me because I mean, we can obviously game plan and collaborate. I'm all about collaboration. I do not envy anybody. I partner with people. I collaborate with people because that's how business is supposed to do. We service for service. If you got a service, I got a service. Let's make it work. That I mean, it's just how we operate.
Yeah. Yeah, let me do a little research. There's a couple other like micro investment stuff that's already running. Let me see if I can dig some up to kind of give you what the business model looks like.
Yeah, for
Over.
sure, for sure. That'll paint me a better picture.
Yeah.
Um, Thank you though, for sure. Let me drop this. I'm gonna drop this other link too. I'm back for a reason, people. There was a lot of twos in there, right? There's a lot of twos in there, and I'm back for a reason. So let's not wait, right? Let's not wait and try to figure out, why are we waiting last minute? Let's if you're somebody that actually needs more income, like Mr. Derek was saying, you want, the active income isn't going to be enough. Not just your job or not just your retirement or not just your benefits. It's not going to be enough, right? And you want to put some more on it, book the call, book a strategy session with our strategist and see how it goes. Let us see if we can get you qualified for one of our programs. They all come in 3 phases, so you're going to get all 3 phases. You're going to get an ROI. We definitely want to make sure that you can elevate to the next level, right? In a sense, like we're always talking about moving forward. We never want to move backwards. We don't want to move behind. We don't want that. That's not the play. And I'll send you all my website as well. That way you can see the website. You got the strategist right there, and you can also book from the website. So there is the site for you guys. Looks better on the computer, but the phone will still get it with the scroll. What other questions do we have? Fulfilled by Amazon. AI has taken over for sure. AI has taken over a lot, right? I use AI in my business heavy. If you've joined my community, if you came to one of my events, I mean, you probably get hit up. I mean, it's not intentional. Like, we're just doing our job. Some people forget. Some people like, okay, I want to wait a couple months before I actually move forward. Some people got other, other things going on. We're just following up and making sure that you're good. So of course it's AI, and of course we want to make sure that we can be of service to you if you need it, right? I'm pretty sure people type stop. They don't want the messages. Okay, that's cool. I mean, we're not offended by it by any means. We're just doing what we have to do, and AI helps assist with that. So I am not on my phone all the time, and my staff members aren't on their phones all the time, right? What other questions we got? And I don't know where we're at on time. I did drop the links. I think we got probably like 10 minutes or something, but ask those questions.
You got about 5, Trev. You got
Okay,
about
cool.
5.
Cool. Yeah, ask those questions. Credit profile. Let me give you guys a tip right here. If your payment history is 100%, right? So if you're going down the credit profile, you can bring it up on Credit Karma right now, right? And your credit history is 100%. You have 0 derogatory marks, right? Your credit utilization, which is your usage is below 15%. If you have a decent age, I would say anywhere from 3 to 5 years, and you have less than 5 hard, well, I would say 3, 5 is going to be at the limit. Less than 3 hard inquiries on that profile, 1 address, 1 name, 1 social. If all those data points are in line, you can apply right now. I wouldn't do it on the personal side unless you just want to, but you could go create you an LLC, structure it properly. Once you receive that LLC, go to Chase, build a relationship with Chase, get an account, put some money in there, and you can 100%, they'll give you 20,000 on a brand new LLC. That's just how it works. That's how the game works. It goes off that profile. I see check, red flag. Must be the age. It might be the age, I'm assuming, Lauren. Yeah, we can fix that. We have we actually put trade lines on your profile so that you can hit those data points. It's a part of our process, right? So yeah, but that's good. Get that taken care of. And you can go and get financial. People are scared to go get credit. Don't be scared of credit. Credit is leverage. It's not anything to fear. It is your leverage to do things. You just need to use it to make more money. Don't use it for dumb things. Don't use it for Rolex watches and parties and any crazy thing, right? Use your credit to create more money. That's how you win. Mr. Joe, what's up, brother? You just got your car shipped too, huh?
Yeah, so they're on their way.
Cars are on the way. See, I'm happy for you, my man. I'm happy for you. Yep.
And I just want to say I appreciate you too, because my credit went from a 6, I think it was like 690, and now I'm up to like 740 or something like that. So nice boost. Cars are on the way. LLC is nice and structured. So things are moving. I'm just waiting for to start making more money.
I appreciate you, Mr. Joe, and I thank you for being a part of it and trusting the process, right? Soon as you get those cars listed, that money's going to cash flow in 100%. You should be going through the funding phase right now, no?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, perfect. All right, good deal. Well, I'm pretty sure that's almost at that 5 minute mark. The link is there.
Hey man, killing it. Hey, we appreciate you, bro. Like you coming out here and sharing with us what you have to offer all of us. Throw one in the chat, you guys. Throw one in the chat if you guys are interested in what we got going on here. Boom, 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 boom. That's perfect. Hey, we're gonna wrap it up and give them a break, Trev, if that's all right. We do appreciate you coming out here, man, and spending your time with us, because we know it's very valuable to you. So thank you for taking the time to spend an hour with us and talk about what you got going on here, man. Excited to move forward with everything, and we're looking forward to seeing you again here soon, man.
For sure, Mr. Derek. I appreciate you, and I appreciate everybody in this chat. I hope you all are prosperous in whatever you do. I hope your separation is as smooth as possible. If you need any help, please hit that lead connector bookings, book with our strategist. Let us get you rolling, at least get your credit right, get you some capital behind you, point out your direction for what's next so you don't have to really depend on, you can get that time back, right? Much love, peace, blessings to everybody. I'm out. Thank you. Thank you, Derek.
Thanks, Trevor.